ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. Minnesota, alongside its cities Minneapolis and St. Paul, are suing the Department of Homeland Security and the Trump administration to try and block the surge of ICE agents into the state. Tensions culminating in the shooting death of Renee Good by an ICE agent last week. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison.
We allege that the obvious targeting of Minnesota for our diversity, for our democracy, and our differences of opinion with the federal government is a violation of the Constitution and of federal law.
Music mogul L.A. Reid and record executive Drew Dixon have reached a settlement over the sexual harassment and sex assault claims she made in 2023. Reid denied all allegations, and the terms of the settlement were not disclosed. Dixon speaking earlier.
I hope my work as an advocate for the Adult Survivors Act helps to bring all of us closer to a music business that is safer for everyone.
This is ABC News.
It's 2026, not 2006. Your antivirus shouldn't feel like a dial-up. WebRoot Essentials protects your new and old devices without slowing them down. It scans 6 times faster, uses 33 times less space, and it's ranked #1 against Norton, McAfee, basically all the usual suspects. And right now, you can get an exclusive 60% off when you go to webroot.com/offer. Lock in the smarter, lighter, faster protection your devices deserve and get WebRoot Essentials today. That's webroot.com/offer for 60% off.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
ACN 7647, your back hatch is open. Black 4, ACN 7647.
PostFinancial.com. Member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports Presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Baus Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Reckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening and welcome to Fennimore High School. We have non-conference boys basketball tonight on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The Lancaster Flying Arrows taking on the Fennimore Golden Eagles on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. One thing these two teams have in common is they're both coming off losses to the same team. Fennimore lost to Mineral Point on Friday night, 70-35, and Lancaster lost to the Pointers on Saturday night, 77-72, in a thrilling back-and-forth matchup, especially late in the contest. That loss on Saturday was the first loss of the season for the Pointers, or for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, who come into tonight's game with a record of 8-1. They are 3-0 in the SWC. Fennimore is 6-4 on the season. They are 2-1 in the SWAL. Of course, the one loss coming to Mineral Point on Friday night. Both these teams trying to get back into their winning ways as we hit the near halfway point of the high school basketball season in the state of Wisconsin. We'll talk with both head coaches coming up in just a little bit. On our Queen Bee Radio family stations tonight, we also have one other game on X1071, another SWC versus the SWAL matchup as Platteville is at Darlington. John Satterley with the call of that one. Again, over at X1071 at X1071.com. Coming up on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Kevin Everson of Fennimore and Brian Knapp of Lancaster. Ask them about the players on the Russell Offices injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the opening tip between Fennimore and Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball. The Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1. Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. and to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
When midday comes around, make it Ma's Bakery in Bloomington. Ma's features multiple weekday lunch specials, including soups and desserts. Follow Ma's Bakery on Facebook to see the daily specials. A wide variety of subs and salads are always available too. Come to Ma's Bakery for amazing food, attentive service, and great prices. Ma's also does catering for large and small gatherings throughout the area. Visit mazbakery.com for a full menu and pricing of catering options for your next celebration.
Come see my grandma at Ma's Bakery.
And welcome back to our True Crime Podcast. Our guest today is Sean Cleary.
Wait, what? We are supposed to be doing a commercial about Cleary's storage, egg, and sports facilities.
Great point, Sean. It was a warm summer evening in 1978 when a young man with a hammer...
Whoa, again, not a true crime podcast. I want to talk about Cleary designing the building of your dreams.
In a world where things aren't what they seem.
Okay, give me that. Good grief. Visit ClearyBuilding.com today and experience the Cleary difference.
Pregame 1.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Non-conference boys basketball tonight with Lancaster taking on the Fennimore Golden Eagles. We're joined by Lancaster head coach Brian Knapp. Coach, thank you for joining us. And coming off the first loss of the season in a very exciting game against Mineral Point on Saturday night, 77-72. Mineral Point had a big lead. Your team was able to claw their way back and eventually take the lead for a brief moment in the second half before Mineral Point was able to pull away. When you look at the outcome of the game and the way that it played out, what were the things that stood out to you the most?
We had a lull at scoring and defensively at the end of the first half, about 8 minutes to go, where we gave them way too many easy buckets, and then we had the same lull on offense where we weren't scoring. So when you don't score and you give up easy shots, you tend to give up a lead or are down some in the game. So that's what happened.
All right, and then, with it being the first loss of the season, but, the thing that really stood out to me was how resilient the team was, being down, so much, especially late in that first half, and then able to claw your way back and get into the lead. Talk about the resiliency, of this team and, what were the things that were said in the huddle and things that kind of stood out to you in the team's performance trying to bounce back. I mean, ultimately the end result was a loss, but still the adversity that they face and able to bounce back, that has to be a positive.
Yeah, for sure. They're good character kids, and they want to win every game of basketball that they play. So that's a testament to their efforts. And they came out the second half and they laid it on the line and battled back in it. And it happened one possession at a time. And we even had a lead, I believe, 47-46, like 9 minutes to go. And then it was back and forth game and quality opponent, which we just have to come out in short end that night.
All right, Brian Knapp with us in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. Lancaster head coach getting ready for the matchup against Fennimore non-conference boys basketball tonight. Russell Office's injury report. There were no injuries or illness on Saturday night. How are things looking on the injury front for tonight's game?
Same thing. No injuries, no illness. So we're ready to go.
All right, excellent. That's good to hear. And then the key to the game with Fennimore, one of the benefits about having played Mineral Point is that they played Fennimore the night before, so you got to see some recent film of Fennimore at least. What stands out to you the most about this Fennimore Golden Eagles team, and what does Lancaster have to do tonight?
Well, for us, we can't let Fennimore hang around. If you let a team hang, you never know what can happen. Not saying that we're a sure thing tonight, but we just got to come in focused, ready to go and take care of business.
All right, should be a great matchup. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Brian Knapp, head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
The Maquoketa Livestock Exchange is holding a special feeder calf sale on Saturday, January 17th, starting at 11:30 a.m. They're expecting over 900 head and more on the way before the sale time. You don't want to miss this special feeder calf sale, Saturday, January 17th at 11:30. For more information, go to MaquoketaLivestockExchange.com and Facebook, or just call Kevin at 563-543-4459. As always, Maquoketa Livestock has a hay sale every Friday in January.
Pregame 2.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Fennimore taking on Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball tonight. We're joined by Fennimore head coach Kevin Everson. Coach, thanks for joining us. And coming off a loss on Friday night against Mineral Point, 70-35. Team overall 6-4, 2-1 in the Swall. Talk about the team's play heading into tonight's matchup with Lancaster. What have been some of the positives and things that you continue to work on as the season goes along?
Yeah, I mean, 10 games in, about a third of the way through. For the most part, we've been pretty consistent, obviously, other than the outlier on Friday night where, again, we just didn't play well enough. We didn't keep the ball in front of us, and if we could have made some shots early, obviously that helps your defense. So, again, we gave up 50 points in the paint, so it's hard to beat anybody with that. So, again, we've just got to shore up a few things, and offensively, again, we're just still searching for consistency, with a lot of new guys and new roles, dealing with injuries here and there. So guys are, hopefully starting to get more comfortable. Obviously, like I said, Friday night didn't exactly go as we wished. So hopefully, it was just one of those speed bumps that you kind of just throw the tape away.
Yep, and one of the things that I thought was really interesting when we talked before the River Ridge game to open up the season was that, it's a new head coach. You had injuries that were carrying over from football into the regular season. Kind of had to, shuffle the deck a little bit and get some players, some experience and get adjusted to new roles. How has the team responded, to those challenges to this point? And what are some of the things that you continue to work on, with that, if there are injuries and illnesses and things like that can get in the way this time of the year?
Yeah. The biggest thing is obviously we've ran motion here since I was in high school back in the early 2000s. So, we're trying to, we're in the Euro ball screen right now, and we think we had a lot of good looks against Mineral Point. I think we could have fed the post a little bit more. So, we're just growing in offense for sure. We put in a whole new different defensive scheme this year. And we obviously didn't do a very good job of it on Friday night. So the most part, the boys have grasped the concepts really well. Now it's just fine-tuning them and obviously getting better at them.
All right, Kevin Everson with us in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. The Fennimore head coach getting ready for the matchup against Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball. The Russell office's injury report, kind of mentioned it in the previous question about the injuries and stuff that carried over from football into the regular season for boys basketball. Talk about the injury front and the illness front for the Golden Eagles. Will there be any impacts for tonight's game?
No, we're as healthy as we've been in a long time. Last week, we ran through the sickness bug. We kind of came out of it, I would say probably Friday, Saturday-ish. So we're as healthy as we've been.
All right, that's good to hear. And then the keys to the game tonight against Lancaster. They're also coming off a loss against Mineral Point on Saturday night, but they've got a three-headed monster as far as being able to score the basketball, and they've got the secret weapon Joe Schulte on their sideline coaching that defense. So talk about the challenges that Lancaster brings tonight. What does Fennimore have to do?
Yeah, obviously they've got three guys that can fill it up. So obviously, coming off a game where we didn't do a very good job containing the dribble, obviously we 2 days later are presented an equally difficult challenge. They had 3 Mineral Point, had 2 guys we were really keyed on. So obviously it's the same thing tonight. We've got to keep the ball in front of us. We've got to be tough in our gaps and give help off the right guys.
All right, should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Kevin Everson, head coach of the Fennimore Golden Eagles. We'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
They keep you on your toes. So it's more important than ever to stay healthy and ahead of the game. From flu shots to annual physicals, Dr. Ron White welcomes new patients and looks forward to keeping you well, accepting most major insurances, including Quartz, Medical Associates, and Dean, to name a few. For appointments in Lancaster or Fennimore, call 608-723-2131. Grant Regional Community Clinic. Better health starts here.
Pregame 3.
Tonight's national anthem from Fennimore High School as we close in on the tip between Fennimore and Lancaster non-conference boys basketball on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Fuller's Smoker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sSmokerCenter.com. For the visiting Lancaster Flying Arrows, 8-1 on the season, 3-0 in the SWC, coming off the loss to Mineral Point on Saturday night. Their starting lineup goes like this: a 6'4" senior, number 1, Zach Hermson; a 6' senior, number 2, Brady Schmitz; a 5'11" senior, number 3, Dane Kaufman; a 6'1" senior, number 11, Taylor Williams; and a 6'1" senior, number 13, Anthony Bush. And for the Fennimore Golden Eagles, their starting lineup: a 6'1" senior, number 0, Corey Drazen; a 6'4" senior, number 3, Jude Kinney; a 5'9" junior, number 5, Reese Kelly; a 6'3" junior, number 12, Jake Kreichman; and a 6'2" sophomore, number 23, Grant Biba. Those are the Fuller's Smoker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sSmokerCenter.com. Lancaster controls the tip, working from right to left as I see it, left to right as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. As a shot is put up in the lane, and that shot is good by Zach Hermson. And it's 2-0 quickly. Arrows on top, 15 seconds into the contest. Our colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Fennimore in the home white Nike jerseys with Fennimore written across the chest in maroon with gold numbers and gold and maroon stripes up and down each side of the uniform. As a shot put up, no good, but an offensive rebound collected by Biba. Now kicks it out for 3 for Kinney. Off the side of the rim, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Anthony Bush of Lancaster. The Arrows in the traveling blue Nike jerseys with Lancaster written across the chest in gold with gold numbers and some gold and white trim. Those are the colors of the game, brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. As a pass nearly goes into the backcourt, but Zach Hermson able to save it for the Arrows. Now Brady Schmitz in the lane. Pop-up jumper just inside the free throw lane. Off the back iron, no good. Scramble for the rebound. It's collected by Schmitz. Left-handed layup off the glass and in for 2. 4-0 Arrows on top of the Golden Eagles. 16:40 to play in the first half. Eagles get it across the timeline. Now Reese Kelly driving towards the basket. Off the glass and in. Reese Kelly put it up and put it in through the contact, and it's 4-2. Lancaster on top of Fennimore. Now Hermson driving in. Triple teamed, and the ball nearly got wedged in the side of the rim, but a foul on the way up, and the first foul will go against Fennimore. It's going to go against Jake Kreichman. His first personal, team foul number 1. Hermson at the free throw line. And the first free throw rattles out, no good. Our game tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Hermson loading up for the second free throw, and that one rattles in to give them 3 points on the game, and it's a 3-point lead for the Arrows. 5-2. Lancaster leading Fennimore. 16:15 to play in the opening half. Corey Drazen at the top. Nice feed down low. Nice finish for Jake Kreichman. Drazen set up that assist beautifully, and it's a 1-point lead for the Arrows. 5-4, 16 minutes to play. Taylor Williams on the high left side, being guarded by Kreichman. Finds Schmitz in the left corner. Schmitz dribbled in on Drazen a little bit, then fed it inside to Bush. Now back out to Taylor Williams on the left wing. Williams will give to Bush, and now a toss to Dane Kaufman, being guarded by Reese Kelly. Dribbles to the right wing, now spins in the lane. Skips it down low, now back out to Taylor Williams in the left corner. Williams finds Dane Kaufman on the left wing. Arrows taking their time, trying to pick their spots. Schmitz dribbles inside the three-point arc, now back out to Hermson on the right wing. Hermson, step and pop, jumper, got it. Nice shot by Hermson. Zach Hermson with 5 points. It's a 7-4 lead for Lancaster. 15:15 to play. And a steal by Lancaster in a push. Going to be called against Fennimore. And that's the second personal on Jake Kreichman. And now Kreichman going to take a seat, and checking in now is number 2, Gianni Filardo, a 5'8 sophomore. Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, and by McNett Electric at Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Shipping is crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. So Lancaster forces the turnover and draws the foul. Leading by 3, 7-4 with 15:10, or the clock's not running. Yeah, the clock's not running at all. But 7-4 is the score, and three-pointers rattled out on the right wing. And now a 3 coming back off the left corner, no good, but a whistle. And now it's 15:10 showing on the clock, but a foul goes against Fennimore, and it will be the first personal on Reese Kelly. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Dane Kaufman on the high right side gives off to the right corner to Taylor Williams. Williams driving baseline, runs into a double team, finds Bush. Now to Schmitz on the left wing. Schmitz tosses back to the left corner to Bush. Bush driving in on Drazen along the baseline, looking for a teammate to pass to, tries to skip to Hermson, but it's stolen away by Reese Kelly. Reese Kelly brings it back down the floor, kicks out to the right corner. Kinney finds Corey Drazen, now in the left corner to Biba. Biba takes a couple dribbles, he's double teamed, now skips it down low to Drazen. Drazen finds Reese Kelly, open 3, right side of the point. Ball spit back out, and the rebound pulled down by Zach Hermson. Hermson switches from the right to the left hand into the paint, now back out to Taylor Williams. Pull up 3, that one rattles out, no good. Reese Kelly with the rebound for Fennimore. 14:13 to play in the first half, 7-4, Lancaster on top. Grant Biba drills to the free throw line, skips it down low to Drazen. Drazen bakes it in for 2. Corey Drazen deposits 2 on that bank shot off the hook. Lancaster 7, Fennimore 6, under 14 minutes to play. All skipped in down low, now back out to the high right side to Dane Kaufman. And Kaufman dribbles to the left wing, now into the left corner. Hermsen cutting towards the basket. His shot bounces off the back iron, no good, trying to collect his own rebound, but pulling it away is Corey Drazen. Drazen gives a head to Jude Kinney. Kinney finds Reese Kelly in the right corner. Back out to Kinney, now swung over to the left corner to Biba. Biba dribbling into the paint, kicks out to Reese Kelly. Had an open 3, but makes the extra pass, and now a 3-pointer on the right wing for Jude Kinney off the back iron, no good. Rebound collected by the Arrows. Dane Kaufman charging towards the basket, trying to draw contact. His layup is off target, and the rebound collected by Fennimore. Florida brings it back down the timeline for the Golden Eagles on the right wing. Switches to the left hand, gives to Reese Kelly, left side of the point, now left corner to Drazen. Drazen takes a couple dribbles, looks for a teammate, finds one on the right wing. Now a pull-up 3 for Falardo on the left wing, and that's a 2. Gianni Falardo had his foot on the 3-point line, but Fennimore has their first lead of the contest, 8-7. Golden Eagles leading Lancaster with 12:35 to play in the first half. Taylor Williams in the lane. His floater's no good, but he got whacked on the elbow on the way up, and I think this is on Jude Kinney. And it is. First personal, team's 4th. Stops the clock with 12:31 to go in the first half. Fennimore leading 8-7. Taylor Williams looking for his first points of the game. And he knocks down the first free throw. Ties it up at 8 apiece. Woodlaw Office serving you in Fennimore and Boscobel for all your legal matters. Woodlaw Office in Fennimore and Boscobel. And by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Taylor Williams swishes the second free throw to put the Arrows back on top. 9-8 with 12.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Florida with a right-handed dribble across the timeline. Gives to Corey Drazen on the high left side. Drazen trying to pass it back, and it's stolen away by Hermsen. Hermsen trying to come back, and he lays it off the glass and in on a steal and score. 7 points for Zach Hermsen. Back to a 3-point lead for Lancaster, 12 minutes to go. Toss to Falardo on the high left side, being guarded by Brody Krubel, who checked in the game for Lancaster. Now left corner, Reese Kelly. Fakes, now drives in the lane. Kicks it down low, nice feed, nice finish for Corey Drazen. Reese Kelly drew that up beautifully. Drew a double team, and Drazen was wide open under the basket. A 1-point lead for Lancaster, 11-10 with 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Krubel loading up for 3, left wing, front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Corey Drazen. Drazen gets to Falardo. Falardo dribbles to the right wing, switches to the left hand, now to the right. Now between the rings. Tosses to the left side to Drew Torgerson, a 6-foot junior. Now Jude Kinney trying to drive in, runs into a double team, and a held ball called, and the alternate possession will keep it with Fennimore. Clock is stopped with 11:04 to play in the first half. Lancaster 11, Fennimore 10. Rural Mutual Agents John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Reese Kelly inbounding baseline right side, heaves one just before the center court stripe to Jude Kinney. Ball works its way into the left corner to Torgerson. Torgerson dribbles behind his back, trying to cut in on Hermsen, kicks it out to Biba in the left corner. Now Falardo, open 3, left wing, back iron, no. Scramble for the rebound, finally wrestled away by Brody Krubel. Krubel pushes ahead to Taylor Williams in the left corner, now going baseline, draws the contact, layup's no good, but he's going to go to the line. And that is team foul number 5 on Fennimore with 10:41 to go in the first half. That'll be the first personal on Cooper Imhoff. And Taylor Williams back at the line, 2 for 2 so far from the charity stripe. First free throw is good. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And by Lely Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. Taylor Williams with the second free throw, knocks that one down as well. Lancaster 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Part of the reason why they're up 13-10 with 10:40 to play in the first half. Gianni Filardo brings it across center court, gives off to Grant Biba on the high left side. Biba gives out to the top to Creechman, who's now back in the game with those 2 fouls, and a pass is deflected under the basket. Last touch by Lancaster, and Fennimore will inbound baseline right side. Edward Jones Result Management in Platteville and Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Inbound pass is taken by Fennimore, but then stolen away by Hermson. Hermson has that one rejected from behind by Jude Kinney, and the Eagles come back away. Nice hustle there by Kinney to get the block, and they're going to say Kinney dragged his pivot foot as he was spinning around. He was looking for someone to pass to, and I think he just kind of lost his balance a little bit, so that's a turnover for Fennimore. And Lancaster takes possession. Hermson throwing it in right in front of the Lancaster bench. He'll toss in to Dane Kaufman, who walks it across center court, angling towards the left wing. And now a block going to be called on Gianni Filardo, and that is team foul number 6 on the Golden Eagles. 1 foul away from putting Lancaster at the free throw line the rest of the first half. 13-10 the score. Lancaster leading Fennimore, now under 10 minutes to play. Lucas Weber loading up for 3 in the left corner, knocks it down. Lucas Weber with the triple. Lancaster has the biggest lead of the game so far, 16-10 with 9:45 to play in the opening half. Jude Kinney on the left wing, being harassed by Lucas Weber, gives out to the top, now to the right wing to Reese Kelly. Kelly trying to back down on Brady Mack on the right elbow. Now back out to left corner. 3-pointer coming up for Grant Biba. Swishes it from the corner. Grant Biba, the 5th different scorer for Fennimore. 16-13. Lancaster on top. Hermson in the lane. Now kicks out. Open 3 for Brady Mack. Overshoots the rim. Reese Kelly with the rebound. Kelly trying to push it down the floor quickly. Pushes ahead to Creechman. Creechman gets the bucket and the foul. Great job by Creechman to finish it through the contact, and he's a free throw away from tying things up. 9:11 to play in the first half, 16-15. Lancaster in front. And Creechman at the line. Game tonight brought to you by Century 21, affiliated in basketball. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in basketball. Creechman at the line, converts the 3-point play. Creechman now with 5 points, and we are tied at 16 apiece. 9:05 to play in half number 1. Taylor Williams brings it across center court, tosses to Lucas Weber. Weber driving in the lane, banks it in. Lucas Weber with 5 points off the bench for Lancaster, and the Arrows are back in front with 8:50 to play in the first half, 18-16. Grant Biba with it on the high left side, stops his dribble, goes off to the left corner to Filardo. Filardo tries to roll it in, but it's stolen away by Taylor Williams under the basket. Williams trying to go coast to coast, spinning in the lane, left-handed layup, rolls out the side of the rim, no good. Dane Coffin there to clean it up and put it back. 4-point lead for Lancaster, 20-16 with 8:25 left in half number 1. Creechman takes one dribble, trying to skip it to Reese Kelly, but Kelly loses the handle. Fennimore turns it over, and the Arrows will take possession with 8:17 to play. In the first half, as a couple substitutions for each team come in. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Taylor Williams with the basketball for Lancaster, gives off to Zach Hermson on the high left side. Now swung back over to Taylor Williams on the right. Williams trying to drive in on Reese Kelly. He'll hand off to Dane Kaufman. Kaufman runs into a double team left side of the paint, looking for someone to pass to, finds Hermson on the right wing. Hermson, pull-up jumper, right elbow, got it. 9 points for Zach Hermson, and a timeout taken by Fennimore with 7:47 to play in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. I'll tell you that our game is brought to you by McNeil Electric at Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNeil Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNeil Electric in Belmont. And by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. And by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Coming out of the Fennimore timeout, Lancaster leading 22-16 with just over 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. Corey Drazen on the high left side looking for Reese Kelly. Finds him between the rings, being guarded by Zach Hermson. Kelly with a right-handed dribble, switches to the left hand. Now out to the top to Falardo. Swung over to the left corner to Jude Kinney. Kinney got a screen from Falardo, but he'll hand off to Grant Biba at the top of the arc. Biba stops his dribble right side of the point. Now hands off to the left wing to Falardo. Now back to Biba, loading up for 3, swishes it! Second three-pointer of the game for Grant Biba and cuts the deficit in half. It's 22-19 with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Got a good one so far here at Fennimore High School. Dane Kaufman in the lane. Kicks it over to Lucas Weber in the corner. Weber trying to back in on Biba, and Weber lost the handle, tried to throw it off the leg of Biba. Lucas Weber saying it went out of bounds. The official says no, and a hand check foul going to be called against Dane Kaufman on Gianni Falardo. First personal, team second. And Grant Biba inbounding on the near sideline as I see it, the far sideline as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Corey Drazen in the left corner. Dribbles into the paint. Runs into a double team. Now back out to Biba on the left wing, being guarded by Lucas Weber. Biba to the top of the arc. Right-handed dribble. Stops it. Gives off to Kinney. And now Reese Kelly back with it on the high left side. Fennimore just working it around the arc. Falardo to the right wing. Now to Kinney. Now left corner. Drazen spinning his way in the lane. Tries to bank it in. That one's off target. Gets his own rebound. And gets the putback to go. Corey Drazen now with 6 points for Fennimore, 22-21. Lancaster in front with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Taylor Williams going baseline, banks it in for 2. Tough shot, nice make. First field goal of the game for Taylor Williams. He's got 6 points. 24-21, Lancaster in front. Reese Kelly drives in the paint, now kicks out to Biba on the left wing. Biba will toss to Drazen, now at the top to Falardo. Swung over to Reese Kelly on the right. Kelly in the paint, back out. Biba loading up for 3. Third time from beyond the arc, off the back iron, no good. And Kaufman with the rebound for Lancaster. Quickly pushes it down the floor to Hermson. Hermson was triple teamed, and that one swatted out of his hand by Jude Kinney again. Eagles back down the floor quickly. Falardo, pop-up jumper, right side of the paint. Back iron, no. Brady Schmitz with the rebound for Lancaster. Taylor Williams down low, feeds Dane Kaufman. Kaufman. That one swatted out of his hand by Jude Kinney again. Jude Kinney with his third block unofficially. And now Fennimore trying to find some more offense, but this one's stolen away. And Taylor Williams lost the handle coming back the other way, but contact drawn. They're going to say a foul on Biba. Fennimore fans say that was all ball. The official right there says otherwise, and we've got free throws coming up for Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams a perfect 4 for 4. And the first foul against Grant Biba. And this one swished. Lancaster now in the bonus as Fennimore has 17 fouls, so 1-1 free throws coming up. And any fouls the rest of the way going forward. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. And Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets their job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Second free throw for Williams off the back iron, no good. And the rebound collected by Fennimore. Lancaster 25, Fennimore 21, 4:37 to play in the opening half. Reese Kelly driving in on Dane Coffin, pulls up a floater off the side of the iron, no good. And Dane Coffin swats it up, and it hits the HVAC system above the gym. Hitting the ductwork, and now, since it was last touched by Lancaster, it'll be Fennimore basketball inbounding on the sideline. That one lobbed into Corey Drazen. Drazen with a left-handed dribble. In front of the center court stripe finds Jude Kinney on the right wing, being guarded by Taylor Williams. Left-handed dribble, swings it over to Reese Kelly on the right wing. Down low, Jude Kinney trying to bank it in. That one toilet bowls in for two. Jude Kinney with his first points of the game. Back to a 2-point lead for Lancaster. 25-23, 4 minutes to go. Dane Coffin at the top of the arc. Underhand toss to Brody Krubel. Krubel gives right back. Dane Coffin, NBA range, knocks it down from three. Dane Coffin with the triple. He's got 5 points, and it's a 5-point lead for the Arrows. 3:40 to go until halftime. Drazen on the right wing. Gives back to Reese Kelly just in front of the center court stripe. And Dane Coffin pokes it away. It goes into the backcourt, and they're going to say a push on Dane Coffin. Dane Coffin will have a seat. Lucas Weber checks into the game for Lancaster with 3:31 to go. Non-shooting foul, Fennimore inbounds. Florida dribbles across center court, gives out to Krejcman on the right wing, feeds Corey Drazen down low. Nice cut towards the basket. Florida can't get the layup to go as that one rattled off the left side of the iron. Now Brady Schmitz brings it across center court for Lancaster. Gives to Hermson on the left wing. Now Hermson, Euro steps in the lane. Layup is good. Count the bucket and the foul. Zach Hermson having a big half for Lancaster. Stretches the lead to 7, 30-23, and an opportunity to convert a three-point play. It'll be the second personal on Jude Kinney. 11 points for Zach Hermson in this first half. And Hermson's free throw bounces off the back iron, no good, but the Arrows are able to collect it. Brody Krubel with the offensive board. And Lucas Weber trying to find Taylor Williams down low, but it's poked out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Drew Torgerson. And it will be Lancaster inbounding baseline right side. Hermson set to throw it in. Hermson gets it into Krubel. Just a turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Torgerson with the rebound from Fennimore. Outlet to Gianni Filardo, brings it across the timeline, switches to the right hand. Now kicks out, open three, right corner. That one rattles out. How did that one not fall for Torgerson? And the rebound collected by Brody Krubel of Lancaster. Arrows back down the floor quickly. Taylor Williams tries the layup. It's no good, but he gets fouled from behind. And it will be team foul number 9 and the third personal on Jake Krejcman. Taylor Williams at the free throw line once again. 5 of 6 at the line so far tonight. Breckler Insurance Group, for all of your insurance needs, see Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fennimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Williams gets the first free throw on this trip to go down. Makes it 31-23. WCC Brands Custom Apparel and Kieler at WCC-brands.com. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Second free throw also good on this trip for Taylor Williams. And Gianni Filardo brings it across center court for the Golden Eagles. 9-point lead for Lancaster with 2:35 to go. Reese Kelly stops his dribble at the top of the arc, finds Jude Kinney loading up for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Grant Bebo with the rebound. Now a three-pointer off the right corner. That one's good for Drew Torgerson. Lancaster 32, Fennimore 26, 2:14 to go until the McNutt Electric halftime report. Zach Herbson on the right wing. Looks to get to Taylor Williams, finds him on the right wing, and a timeout taken by Lancaster. 30-second timeout with 2:04 to go. And the Arrows have a 6-point lead, 32-26. We'll keep it here. Tell you that our game is brought to you by Lancaster Auto Body in Lancaster, specializing in top quality collision repair, leaving your vehicle looking as good as new. Lancaster Auto Body, where they say we meet by accident. Be sure to visit them at LancasterAutoBodyLLC.com. By Cunis Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram of Platteville, powering our audio stream tonight. The Cunis Service Department cares for all service and makes and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Cunis in Platteville. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb in Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Coming out of the Lancaster timeout, now under 2 minutes to play until halftime. Lancaster 32, Fennimore 26. Taylor Williams dribbles to the right wing, gives off to Zach Hermson. Hermson, cross-court pass back to the near side to Brady Schmitz, and Schmitz goes down hard, cutting towards the basket, and that will be team foul number 10 on the Golden Eagles. So 2 free throws coming up the rest of the first half for Lancaster, as it's the second on Gianni Filardo. And the first free throw missed by Brady Schmitz. Schmitz does have a 2-point field goal in this first half. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz of the crew for full service repairs on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fennimore. Schmitz hits the second free throw to make it 33-26. Minute 38 to go until the halftime break. Reese Kelly on the right wing, gives off to the top to Torgerson. Torgerson stops his dribble, left side of the point, gives off to Biba on the left corner. Biba dribbles to the left wing, looking to his right side, gives off to Filardo, now in the right corner to Kinney. Kinney back out to the top to Biba. Biba thinks about the three, now decides to dribble instead. Gives off to Torgerson, now to Kinney, right wing. Kinney trying to get past Taylor Williams. Turnaround floater. Off the side of the rim, no good. Brady Schmitz with the rebound for Lancaster. Now under a minute to go until halftime. Lancaster up 33-26. Arrows trying to add on to their lead before the halftime break. Taylor Williams dribbles to the left corner, finds Lucas Weber. Weber dribbles into the paint. Puts up a bunny shot off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Fennimore. Filardo brings it across center court for the Golden Eagles. Gives out to Reese Kelly. Now out to the left wing to Biba. Left corner, Torgerson. Torgerson driving in on Schmitz. Back out to Biba on the left wing. Now Filardo right wing. Kinney in the right corner. Pull up three coming up. Side rim no good. Lucas Weber with the rebound for Lancaster. Pushes it down the floor. And a finger roll for Taylor Williams. Makes it a 9-point lead for Lancaster with 15 seconds left. Filardo gives off to Torgerson on the right wing. Torgerson out to the top to Biba. Finds Reese Kelly. 5 seconds left. Now to Biba at the top. Filardo, right wing. 1 second left. And shot's not going to count. Didn't get it up in time. And our halftime score is Lancaster 35, Fennimore 26. Coming up, we'll bring you the McNutt Electric halftime report brought to you by McNutt Electric in Belmont. We'll do a quick check on the shoebox scoreboard. Tell you what we have coming up later on this week on our Queen Bee Radio family stations for our high school sports coverage. Again, we are at halftime, 35-26. Lancaster leading the Fennimore Golden Eagles. Our halftime report coming your way next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Fuller's Milker Center and Gia have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your Gia dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
In Game 1.
(35-26). Lancaster leading Fennimore at the half in non-conference boys basketball on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our game tonight brought to you by Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fennimore. People's State Bank, for personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. More of our McNett Electric halftime report coming your way next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
Well, the holidays have come and gone for another year, and winter has settled in with its cold, snow, and icy driving conditions. At Dewey's Tire, they know Wisconsin weather changes daily, and it's never too late to make sure your tires are up to the challenge. They have a good selection of snow tires, so if you think you might need them, stop in or give them a call. Dewey's Tire on Highway 81 north of Platteville. As always, the best place to take a leak.
In Game 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our score at the half, Lancaster 35, Fennimore 26. Non-conference boys action here tonight on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Over on X1071, this score came in about 15 minutes ago. Darlington was leading Platteville 26-8 with 9:28 left in the first half. John Satterley has a call of that game over on X1071 and X1071.com. Recapping the first half of our game here in Fennimore, Lancaster leading 35-26, and scoring-wise individually, Lancaster's being led by both Zach Hermson and Taylor Williams with 11 points apiece. 5 points apiece for Dane Kaufman and Lucas Weber. 3 points for Brady Schmitz. And those are all the players that have points for Lancaster. Other players seeing time but not scoring include Brody Krubel, Anthony Bush, and Brady Mack. As a team, Lancaster is 9 of 13 from the free throw line with 2 3-pointers made. Dane Kaufman, the only player with foul trouble, if you want to call it that, with 2 personals. Lancaster only had 3 fouls called on them in that first half. As for the Golden Eagles, they are led in scoring by both Corey Drazen and Grant Biba. 6 points apiece. 5 points for Jake Kreichman. 3 points for Drew Torgerson. And 2 points apiece for Gianni Filardo, Jude Kinney, and Reese Kelly. Cooper Inhofe also saw time in that first half but did not score for the Golden Eagles. Jake Kreichman converted the only free throw attempt for Fennimore in that first half, so they're 1 for 1. And the Golden Eagles have 3 3-pointers on the contest to this point. Jake Kreichman has 3 personal fouls, 2 fouls apiece for Gianni Filardo and Jude Kinney, and then 1 foul apiece for Reese Kelly and Grant Biba, by my count. It was pretty competitive early on, but Lancaster able to stretch the lead to 9. And that matches the biggest lead that they've had all game long. Felt like any time that Lancaster would build some momentum, Fennimore was able to answer back with a big three-pointer to cut the deficit down and kind of disrupt the momentum for Lancaster a little bit. But the Arrows finding a little bit of it before the end of the first half and now lead 35-26 at the halftime break. We'll take a timeout. We'll bring you more on the McNett Electric Halftime Report on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
In Game 3.
We're on the McNett Electric Halftime Report on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster leading Fennimore 35-26 at the halftime break. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we've got more high school basketball on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. These are all girls' games. And tomorrow night in the Six Rivers West, River Ridge is at Belmont right here on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Also in the Six Rivers West, Highland is at Shullsburg on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And in the Swall tomorrow night, Cuba City at Mineral Point. That'll be on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge at Belmont begins at 6:30. And the Highland Shullsburg and Cuba City at Mineral Point games set for 6:40. Check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. That wraps up our McNett Electric halftime report. Again, the halftime score, 35-26, Lancaster in front. We'll bring you the second half after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at AM1590WPVL.com.
In Game 4.
High school boys basketball on 97.7 Country WGLR, brought to you by Woodlaw Office, serving you in Fennimore and basketball for all your legal matters. Woodlaw Office in Fennimore and basketball. Lancaster begins the second half with the basketball working from left to right as I see it, right to left as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And Lancaster turns it over on their first possession. Grant Biba collects the steal for the Golden Eagles. He'll give off to Reese Kelly as the Eagles try and cut it into this 9-point deficit. 35-26, Lancaster in front, and a quick hand check foul called against Brady Schmitz. It'll be the first personal team foul number 1 for Lancaster in the first half. Reese Kelly set to inbound baseline right side, skips it in to Jude Kinney. Ball works its way to Biba at the high right side, now gives off to Corey Drazen in the left corner. Drazen gets the screen from Biba, dribbles into the paint, kicks out Jude Kinney, open 3 right corner, off the front of the rim, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Zach Hermson. Zach Hermson with 11 points on the game, dribbles to the right wing, underhand toss to Anthony Bush. Bush setting a screen, now rolls towards the basket, but ball works its way over to the left wing to Dane Kaufman. Now Schmitz in the lane, puts up a floater after the contact, and looks like free throws are coming up for Brady Schmitz. And it'll be the first personal on Corey Drazen. First personal, team's first in this half. Brady Schmitz had 3 points in that first half. He was 1 for 2 at the line on his first trip. And the first free throw swished. Shoebox scoreboard update at the half on X1071. Darlington leads Platteville 46-22. Second free throw for Schmitz. That one rattles in. Brady Schmitz now with 5 points on the game. And it's an 11-point lead for the Arrows. 1 minute into the second half. Jude Kinney gets it across center court. Cross-court pass back to Reese Kelly. Now left corner to Drazen. Kelly gets it right back on the left wing. Kelly to Biba on the right wing. Cross-court pass back to Kelly. Kelly finds Drazen in the left corner. He's being double-teamed by Kaufman and Schmitz. Ball works its way over to Kinney now in the right corner. Biba loading up for 3. That one spit back out. And a pop for the rebound. It's finally collected by Brady Schmitz of Lancaster. Lancaster 37, Fennimore 26. Underhand toss to Dane Kaufman on the right wing. Kaufman trying to shake off Reese Kelly, but he'll toss right back to the corner to Schmitz. Schmitz dribbles to the right wing. Schmitz exchanges passes with Dane Kaufman. Now Schmitz at the free throw line. Gives back to Kaufman at the top of the arc. Kaufman calls for a screen. Will toss to Taylor Williams. Now three-pointer for Schmitz and knocks that one down from long range. And a timeout taken by Fennimore as Lancaster stretches the lead 40-26. It's a full timeout. We'll take one, too. Back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
Fuller's Milker Center.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
In Game 5.
Coming out of the Fennimore timeout, it's Lancaster 40, Fennimore 26, 15:38 to play in the second half. Grant Biba with the ball over his head finds Corey Drazen at the top of the arc. Now to Reese Kelly on the left wing, being guarded by Dane Kaufman, gives off to Jude Kinney. Kinney spinning his way in the lane. Puts up a floater, airballs it short of the rim, scramble for the rebound. Somehow, someway, Kinney gets it back and puts it off the glass for 2. Jude Kinney now with 4 points on the game, 40-28. Lancaster leading Fennimore as Zach Hermson taking his time, bringing it across center court. Is off to Dane Kaufman on the left wing, now tosses over to Taylor Williams. Williams, left-handed dribble, angling towards the left wing. Gives off to Brady Schmitz. Now out to the left wing. Dane Kaufman, catch and shoot 3. That one rattles out and Drazen pulls down the board for Fennimore. Jude Kinney jogs it across center court along the far sideline. Now out to the top. And now Reese Kelly with it on the right wing. Kelly skips it down low. Krejcman off the glass and in. Nice shot. Jake Kreischman now with 7 points on the game for the Golden Eagles. Back to a 10-point lead for Lancaster, 40-30, with just over 14 and a half minutes to go in regulation. Anthony Bush with it in the right corner. Now out to Brady Schmitz on the left side of the point, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. But initially, the official was signaling travel. But it's going to stay with Lancaster. They're going to call a hand check foul on Reese Kelly. That's his second personal. Reese Kelly takes a seat. As does Jake Kreischman. Now in the game for the Golden Eagles is Gianni Filardo and number 4, Cooper Imhoff. Dane Coffin with it on the right wing for Lancaster. Dribbles to the top of the arc. 10-point lead for the Arrows. Just over 14 minutes to play. Williams pulls up for a jumper at the right elbow. That one rattles out, no good. Jude Kinney with the rebound for Fennimore. Filardo in the lane, finds Kinney off the glass and in for 2. What a setup there by Filardo. Jude Kinney with the 2-point deposit. Now the Golden Eagles trying to work their way back into this one. 40-32 with 13:45 left. I'll skip over to the right corner to Brady Schmitz. Schmitz in the free throw lane. Gives off to Anthony Bush in the left corner. Gets it right back. Now to Taylor Williams. Williams cutting towards the basket. Tried to bank it in. Rolls off the side of the rim. No good. Jude Kinney with the rebound for Fennimore. Kinney outlets to Filardo. Filardo finds Imhoff. Right side of the paint. Skips it over to the right corner to Kinney. Kinney getting a screen from Imhoff. Stops his dribble. Looking for a teammate to pass to. Finds Biba on the right wing. Biba left-handed dribble. Angling towards the left wing. Will toss to Corey Drazen. Drazen to Filardo at the top. Right-handed dribble. Gives out to Jude Kinney on the right wing. Fennimore looking for a good shot. Biba with it on the left wing. Now decides to dribble. Backing in on Schmitz. Trying to skip it over to the right wing. Ball deflected, but recovered in the right corner by Drazen. Drazen to the right elbow. Now out to the top to Biba. Biba, underhand toss. Filardo cutting towards the basket. Banks it in. What a shot! Jelani Filardo weaved his way into the lane. Got that floater to drop off the glass, and that one going to be blocked under the basket, but they say a foul. And I think this is against Jude Kinney, and that's his third. That's a big foul for Fennimore. And now Zach Hermson at the free throw line. Hermson 1 of 3, make it 2 of 4. As he gets the first free throw to go to make it 41-34 with 12:32 to go. Some subs coming in for Lancaster. Brady Mack checks in. As does Brody Krubel. That will send Schmitz and Bush to take a seat as the second free throw is good for Hermson. 42-34, Lancaster leading the Fennimore Golden Eagles with 12:25 to play. Cooper Imhoff in the left corner, dribbles to the left wing, stops his dribble, being guarded by Hermson. Gives out to Biba on the left wing. Biba trying to find Filardo, but he's being harassed by Dane Kaufman, and Kaufman going to be guilty of a foul. Third personal on Dane Kaufman. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. In the lane, floater is no good for Jude Kinney, but a foul on the floor. Goes against Brady Mack. That's his first. Both teams now with 3 fouls in this second half. 12:05 to play. Lancaster 42, Fennimore 34. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Vinsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Filardo in the left corner, going baseline, skips it over to the right wing. Imhoff pump fakes, now drives in, runs into a double team, back out to Biba, open 3, left corner. That one spit back out, no good, but a foul called on the rebound. They're going to whistle up Corey Drazen for a push. That's his second. Team foul number 4 of the half for the Golden Eagles. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. And my rural mutual agents, John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. And by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Zach Hermson trying to toss it to Krubel. Krubel zigged when he should have zagged, or probably should have stayed put in the right corner. Lancaster turns it over. Fennimore takes possession with 11:39 to play in the second half, 42-34. Arrows in front. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Torgerson with the basketball for Fennimore on the high right side. Gives out to Kreishman at the top. Now Reese Kelly in the left wing. Kelly dribbles inside the three-point arc, skips it back to Falardo. Falardo recovers it before it goes into the backcourt. Trying to skip it down low to Jude Kinney. Reverse layup initially, but finds Jake Kreishman under the bucket. And Kreishman gets the little finger roll to go. Back to a 6-point lead for Lancaster. 42-36 with 11:05 to play. Lancaster led 40-28 just a moment ago. And now Hermson with a left-handed layup. Zach Hermson with a nice finish with the left hand, 44-36. Arrows in front. Driving towards the basket as Falardo lost the handle, but able to keep it alive as he got it to Kinney in the right corner. Now on the high left side is Torgerson. Torgerson trying to pass it back, but it's stolen away by the Arrows, and a foul going to be called against Fennimore. As Krubel came away with the steal, but got pushed down, and it's going to be the third personal on Gianni Falardo. Arrows with the inbound. They'll give it to Taylor Williams to walk it across center court. Williams gets to Hermson on the right wing. Hermson finds Williams on the left wing. Trying to dribble on Kreishman. Now tosses over to Brady Mack on the left. Mack, Euro steps in the lane. Duck under move. Off the glass and in for two. Brady Mack with his first points of the game. Back to a 10-point lead for the Arrows. 46-36 with 10:10 to go. As the pass was deflected but recovered right side of the paint by Falardo. Now over to Reese Kelly in the corner. Kelly cutting towards the basket. Floater in the lane. Gets it to go. Reese Kelly now with 4 points for Fennimore. Under 10 minutes to play. Lancaster 46, Fennimore 38. Non-conference boys hoops on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lucas Weber in the lane. Trying to deposit two with the left hand. Shots off target. Rebound collected by Reese Kelly of Fennimore. Kelly sprints across the floor, kicks ahead to the right corner to Torgerson. Kelly gets it right back. Now Kelly going baseline on Weber. Underhand toss. Now a three-pointer coming up for Kinney. Off the side of the rim, no good. And a scramble for the rebound. As the ball's still loose. And Kreishman comes away with it, but then it's stolen away out of his hand by Zach Hermson. And a quick hand check foul called, I believe, against Kelly. And that's the third on Reese Kelly. Gianni Falardo with 3 fouls, Jude Kinney with 3, Reese Kelly with 3, Jake Kreishman with 3. Dean Coffin checks back into the game for Lancaster. Taylor Williams will have a seat with 9:20 to go in the second half. Lancaster 46, Fennimore 38. Dean Coffin brings it across center court. Dribbles to the top of the arc, hands off to the right wing to Krubel. Krubel with the ball over his head, feeds Hermson down low. Hermson off the glass and in for 2. 17 points for Zach Hermson. Back to a 10-point lead for the Arrows with under 9 minutes to play. Trays it on the right wing, out to the top to Biba. Biba, left-handed dribble, gives out to Reese Kelly on the left wing. Kelly dribbles to the left elbow. Now to Falardo, now to Kelly in the right corner. Kelly cutting towards the basket, runs into a double team, turnaround floater. Airballs it short. Drazen there with the putback, count the bucket, and the foul for Corey Drazen. Corey Drazen now with 8 points on the game. Foul goes against Brady Mack. That's his second personal. Team foul number 4 at the half on Lancaster. And Drazen with his first free throw attempts of the game. Clarebank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. And Drazen can't convert the three-point play, but the offensive rebound, and Jude Kinney tried to put it back, but he gets fouled on the way up. Now Kinney with an opportunity to add points at the free throw line. Jude Kinney has 6 points. The foul was against Brody Krubel, his first. And the first free throw missed off the front of the rim by Jude Kinney. Edward Jones reads off management of Platteville and by Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. And the second free throw good for Kinney. And a 30-second timeout call by Fennimore with 8:36 to play in the second half. It's Lancaster 48, Fennimore 31. Basketball tonight on WGLR, brought to you by Century 21, affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all of your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Coming out of the Fennimore timeout, 8.5 minutes to play. Lancaster 48, Fennimore 41. Lucas Weber gives off to Brady Mack in the left wing. Now three-pointer coming up at the left corner. Out the back iron, no good. Shot missed by Krubel. Reese Kelly with the rebound for Fennimore. Reese Kelly gives to Filardo on the right wing. Down the right corner to Drazen. Drazen takes one dribble to the right wing. Gives off to Biba at the top. Swung over to Kinney in the left corner. Kinney to the left elbow. Gives to Filardo. Filardo weaving his way in the lane and gets the shot to drop. Gianni Filardo making some tough shots here in the second half. He's got 6 points in total, and it's a 5-point lead for Lancaster. 48 to 43 with 7:37 to go. Lucas Weber loading up for three on the left wing, off the left side of the iron and into the hands of Jude Kinney for the rebound. The Eagles have clawed their way back after trailing by 12. Lead is now cut down to 5. Biba gives off to Reese Kelly on the left wing. Kelly runs into a double team at the top, gives to Filardo, now in the corner to Kinney. Kinney to the right elbow. His inlet pass is deflected but recovered down low. Out to Biba on the left wing, extra pass, three-pointer on the left wing, knocked down by Reese Kelly. Lancaster 48, Fennimore 46. 7 minutes to go, back to a 2-point margin. Now Coffin in the lane, draws contact. Shot's no good, but 2 free throws coming up for Dane Coffin, and I believe this is on Reese Kelly. That's the 4th on Kelly. Team foul number 7. So bonus free throws for Lancaster the rest of the way. And Coffin has the first free throw toilet bowl out. No good. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros of Brian just gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. And Coffin can't hit the second free throw either. Ball nearly goes out of bounds, and now the official says it does. Last touch by Fennimore. Lancaster will keep the ball with 6:54 to play in the second half. Lancaster 48, Fennimore 46. Fennimore's trailed by as many as 12, but have cut it down to 2 and trying to keep it that way as Lancaster has the basketball. Schmitz in the lane, and are they going to say he walked, or are they saying a foul on the floor? They're going to say a foul on Fennimore. That's on Corey Drazen. That's his 3rd personal. And now a one-on-one coming up for Brady Schmitz. Schmitz is 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And he hits the first on this trip. Breckler Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, see Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fennimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Second free throw for Schmitz. Side iron, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Lucas Weber. And a shot put up by Taylor Williams in the lane. And a held ball on the rebound. And the alternate possession will give it to Fennimore. And Taylor Williams a little slow to get up. As Gianni Filardo will check back into the game. And that will send Corey Drazen to the bench. Lancaster 49, Fennimore 46, 6:40 to go. Falardo. Met by Hermson at center court, skips it ahead to the left corner to Biba. Biba being double teamed. Now decides to drive in, but a foul on the floor, and I think they're going to whistle up Dane Coffin for a foul, and that's his fourth. Scratch that, it's against Lucas Weber. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 6 for Lancaster. The Arrows are 1 foul away for putting the Golden Eagles at the line. Reese Kelly with it on the left wing. Pushes ahead to Biba on the right. Underhand toss to Falardo, and a whistle called against Lancaster, and this will be against Brady Schmitz. Personal foul number 2, team foul number 7, both teams in the bonus with 6:19 to play and a 3-point ball game. The first free throw off the back iron, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and it's collected. Falardo gets it right back at the free throw line. Now back to Kinney in the left corner. Tried to feed Kreichman down low, deflected but recovered. Falardo tried to put up another shot. That one swatted away, no good. And Lancaster comes away with the ball. Taylor Williams with a yo-yo dribble across center court. Gives off to Hermson. Hermson on the right wing. In the paint. And are they saying an offensive foul or a travel? But either way, it's a turnover. And they're going to say a charge on Zach Hermson. That's his first. Actually, his second personal. Both teams with 8 team fouls in the second half. 49-46, Lancaster leading Fennimore. Reese Kelly gives out to the top, now into the left wing to Jude Kinney. Kinney, ball over his head, finds Falardo. Now to Biba in the right corner. Biba kicks it to Falardo in the corner again. Biba sets a screen for Falardo. Now Falardo driving in the paint. Kicks out to Kinney in the left wing. Now Reese Kelly left corner. Kelly driving in the paint. Euro steps, scoop layup, too strong off the backboard. And Taylor Williams gets the rebound for Lancaster. Quickly back down the floor. Kicks it out to the right corner. Hermson loading up for 3. Swishes it. Zach Hermson with the 3. His first triple of the game. And it's 52-46. Lancaster doubling their lead. 5 minutes to play. And a lob pass nearly stolen away. Well, it is stolen away by Lancaster. As behind the pass to the left corner to Kaufman. Kaufman double teamed along the baseline, trying to skip it down low. Looking for Schmitz. Ball poked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Lancaster. Last touch by Grant Biba. Reese Kelly will check out of the game. And back in is Corey Drazen for Fennimore. Zach Hermson will inbound baseline right side for the Arrows. And a timeout taken by Lancaster. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too with 4:46 to play in the second half. Lancaster 52, Fennimore 46. More after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to 60%, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
In Game 6.
Off the inbound pass from Zach Hermson, Brady Schmitz hits an easy layup under the basket, and it's back to an 8-point lead for Lancaster, 54-46 with 4.5 minutes to play. Kreichman dribbles to the left elbow, looking for someone to toss to. He'll give off to Falardo, who finds Biba in the left corner. Biba being double teamed. High arcing pass. Recovered by Kreichman on the left wing. Back to Biba in the left corner. Biba going baseline on Kaufman. Shot put up. Off the left side of the iron. No good. Kaufman with the rebound. Kaufman gives off to Lucas Weber. Weber in the paint. Out to the left corner to Schmitz. Schmitz finds Hermsen down low. Hermsen. And that one swatted from behind. And they're going to say it's a foul on Jude Kinney. Looks like he had all ball from our vantage point. But it's the fourth personal on Kinney. Kinney has 4, as does Reese Kelly, and Hermsen at the free throw line. Hermsen swishes the first free throw on this trip. Tonight's game brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Cole Akers Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeAkersGolfandGrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Hermsen knocks down the second free throw as well. 22 points for Zach Hermsen on the game. 56-46. Lancaster back to a double-digit lead with under 4 minutes to go. Falardo with the basketball on the high right side, trying to get past Dane Kaufman. Gives off to Biba in the right corner. Biba cutting towards the baseline. Finds Kreichman. Kreichman charging towards the basket. Layup's no good. Lucas Weber pulls down the board for Lancaster. Gives off to Schmitz. Now Weber with it at the top. In the lane. Kicks back out. Left wing. Schmitz dribbles behind his back. Now back to Weber in the left corner. Weber looks at Kaufman, but will give back to Schmitz on the high left. Back to Weber in the left corner. Weber with the ball over his head. In the triple threat, now decides to dribble. Gives out to the top to Zach Hermsen. As the Fennimore student section starting to chant, boring. Taylor Williams, right side of the paint. Lost the handle, and it's stolen away by Fennimore. Eagles push it down the floor. Kreichman, left-handed layup is good. Jake Kreichman with 6 points in the second half. He's got 11 points in total. 56-48. Lancaster in front. As Hermsen pushes to Lucas Weber off his hand and out of bounds. Lancaster turns it over. Fennimore takes possession. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. And a travel called against Grant Biba. Looked down for a brief moment, couldn't tell exactly what it was. But the official signals travel, and Lancaster takes possession again with 2:25 to play, leading 56-48. Schmitz on the right wing gives off to Dane Kaufman. Kaufman being harassed and double-teamed, and a hand check foul going to be called against Falardo. And that's the fourth on Falardo. Falardo has 4, Jude Kinney has 4, Reese Kelly has 4. Kreichman and Drazen with 3 apiece. Dane Kaufman at the free throw line, he's 0 for 2. Make it 0 for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Southwest Health, over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And the second free throw also off the front of the rim, no good. 2:11 to play, 56-48. Lancaster in front. Eagles in possession of the ball. Drazen feeds Falardo down low. Falardo with a pump fake, trying to bank it in. Off the side of the rim, no good. There was contact, no foul called. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Fennimore. As the Arrows were the last to touch it, Reese Kelly will check back into the game. And will send Jake Kreichman to take a seat. And Kelly will inbound baseline left side. Reese Kelly will lob it into Jude Kinney off his hand, but recovered by Drazen before it goes into the backcourt. Finds Falardo in the left corner. Gianni Falardo cutting towards the basket. Tries to put it in. There was contact, no foul called, and Kaufman with the rebound for Lancaster. Minute 44 to go. Kaufman brings it across center court. Angles towards the right wing. Now out to Hermsen in the left corner. Hermsen finds Brady Schmitz. Schmitz dribbles in, but that one poked away by Kinney. 2-on-2 back the other way, and that one knocked out of his hand by Krubel. Or beg your pardon, that was on Brady Schmitz. And they're going to say it's last touch by the Arrows. So Fennimore will keep it with 1:28 to play, trailing by 8. Inbound pass gets in to Jude Kinney. Now Biba loading up for 3, right side of the point, knocks it down. Grant Biba with his third three-pointer of the game, and a timeout taken by Fennimore with 1:21 to play. It's a full timeout. We'll take one, too. Back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
In Game 7.
A 1:21 to play. Lancaster 56, Fennimore 51. Lancaster trying to navigate a full court press. They do get it across center court. Dane Kaufman with it on the left wing, but he's being triple teamed and a foul called against Fennimore. Falls against Corey Drazen. That's his 4th. 4 players for Fennimore now with 4 fouls, and Dane Kaufman at the line with 2 free throw attempts as Lancaster's in the double bonus, and Kaufman misses another free throw. He's 0 for 5. Cooper Imhoff and Jake Creechman will go to the bench for the Golden Eagles. Kaufman loading up for the second free throw attempt, and that one goes down. Dane Kaufman now with 6 points. 57-51, still a 2-possession game. Reese Kelly gets a screen from Biba, dribbling to the left wing, now finds Jude Kinney cutting towards the basket. His floater's no good, gets the rebound, but they're going to say he traveled as he fell to the ground collecting the basketball. 57.8 seconds left. And now an offense for defense substitution for Fennimore. Reese Kelly and Jake Creechman back in the game for the Golden Eagles. Inbound pass gets in to Lucas Weber, gets back to Dane Kaufman, now to Hermson. And ball pushed ahead down low. Taylor Williams off the glass and in for 2. Taylor Williams now with 13 points. 59-51. Arrows in front with 40 seconds to go. Cooper Imhoff on the left wing. Now Florido, catch and shoot 3, straight ahead. Back iron, no. Scramble for the rebound. Drazen gets it back. Lays it in for 2 after he spun around. And a timeout taken with 30.4 seconds left. 59-53. Lancaster in front. It's a 30-second timeout. That'll give us a chance to tell you that our game is brought to you by Wood Law Office, serving you in Fennimore and Boscobel. For all your legal matters, go to Wood Law Office in Fennimore and Boscobel. Rural Mutual agents John Ragetz and Dean Dahl with Ragetz & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. By Community First Bank, freeing the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. And by McNett Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. 30.4 seconds remaining. Lancaster 59, Fennimore 53. Lancaster in possession of the ball, and the inbound pass gets poked out of bounds, but they're going to say a hand check foul first on Fennimore. And I believe they're going to whistle up Falardo, and if that's the case, that's his 5th, and he's fouled out of the game. It is indeed the 5th. Falardo will foul out of the game with 6 points. Brady Schmitz with 2 more free throw attempts. And a stoppage called by the official as both Falardo and Imhoff will check out of the game. Jake Kreichman stays in. Reese Kelly back in the game for Falardo. Brady Schmitz with 2 free throw attempts, and the first free throw swished. Tonight's game brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Second free throw for Schmitz, knocked down. And a full timeout taken by Lancaster. We'll take it 29.6 seconds left. Lancaster 61, Fennimore 53 on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8. From small town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 8.
Three-pointer by Drazen off the left wing is no good. Lancaster gets the rebound, leading 61-53 with 14 seconds left. Hermsen trying to get it across center court, but he's going to be fouled with 12.2 seconds remaining. And Corey Drazen, guilty of his 5th personal. He's fouled out of the game. Drazen will foul out with 10 points. Drew Torgerson will check back into the game for the Golden Eagles. Hermsen at the free throw line. $22 points for Zach Hermsen on the game. And the first free throw is knocked down. Zach Hermsen now 6 of 8 at the free throw line tonight. Back to a 9-point lead for Lancaster with 12.2 seconds left. And the second free throw this time off the back iron, no good. Torgerson with the ball for Fennimore, but has it stolen out of his hand by Taylor Williams, and a foul called. Are they going to say it was just out of bounds? Yeah, they're going to say out of bounds along the near sideline. Last touch by Fennimore, and the inbound pass gets in to Dane Coffin, and that will do it. The final score, Lancaster 62, Fennimore 53. The Arrows improved to 9-1 on the season. Their next game will be in conference play on Thursday at Prairie du Chien. Then they head to Cuba City on January 19th. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And then the Arrows will go to River Valley on January 23rd. The Golden Eagles fall to 6-5 on the season. Their next game will be coming up later this week. Next boys game for Fennimore will be Thursday at Iowa Grant. Coming up, Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show. We'll pick out the Tricor Turning Point, the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game, and the Hermsen's Ace Hardware MVP as our post-game show coming your way next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Partner with Fuller's Milker Center and GIA for your next milking system. From the Dairy Pro Q robotic rotary parlor to the Dairy Robot R9500 robotic box milking system, you select the best fit for your operation. With GIA, you can also choose from market-leading conventional parlors, fully equipped with automated accessories. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to start building your dream milking facility.
Fuller's Milker Center.
In Game 9.
Lancaster beats Fennimore non-conference boys basketball on this Monday night, 62-53. And on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. This game just went final as well on X1071. Darlington beats Platteville 79-63. We'll have the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
It's definitely cold and flu season. Congestion, stuffy nose, difficulty breathing. But do you have these types of symptoms all year? Dr. Dale Chilson, ear, nose, and throat specialist at Grant Regional Health Center, offers 27 years of experience and provides accurate diagnosis and effective treatment for a wide variety of sinus issues. Call 608-723-2131 to schedule your appointment at our specialty clinic location in Lancaster today. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. In Game 10.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster, your winner over Fennimore, 62-53 in non-conference boys basketball. Coming up, our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show with the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP, Tri-Core Turning Point, and West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. That's all straight ahead on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got
a dentist, and a volunteer for Dental Lifeline Network. DLN is a nonprofit that has helped me literally change the lives of people in my community through the Donated Dental Services program. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need each year. If you're a dentist or know a dentist, please share this information. Like me, they can make a real difference in someone's life. DLN makes it easy.
Go to willyouseeone.org to learn more. That's willyouseeone.org.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing Postgame Show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Trite Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Time now for the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Your final score from Fennimore High School. The Lancaster Flying Arrows defeat the Golden Eagles 62-53 in non-conference boys basketball. Tyler Dictanis with you from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. And what was a very entertaining game as Lancaster led pretty much the entire way, but Fennimore kept things very interesting, especially in the mid to late second half. As at halftime, Lancaster led 35-26, and Lancaster led by as many as 12, but Fennimore cut it down to 46-48 at about the midway point of the second half, and then it was Lancaster outscoring Fennimore 14-7 the rest of the way. And that 14-7 run is our Tricor turning point tonight, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Scoring-wise individually, for the Flying Arrows, they were led tonight by Zach Hermson with 23 points. Then 13 points apiece for Brady Schmitz and Taylor Williams. And other scores include 6 points for Dane Kaufman and 5 for Lucas Weber, 2 for Brady Mack. Other players seeing action but not scoring for Lancaster tonight include Brody Kubel and Anthony Bush. As a team tonight, Lancaster was 20 of 31 from the free throw line tonight and had 4 3-point buckets on the game. Fennimore was in foul trouble quite a bit, especially late in the second half when they had to foul to try and conserve as much time as they could. 2 players fouled out of the game for Fennimore. That'd be Corey Drazen and Gianni Filardo. Jude Kinney and Reese Kelly had 4 fouls apiece. So they were close to fouling out of tonight's game. Point-wise for Fennimore, they were led by Jake Kreichman with 11 points. 10 points for Corey Drazen. 9 points for Grant Beba. All of his points were coming from beyond the 3-point arc. Seven points apiece for Jude Kinney and Reese Kelly. 6 points for Gianni Filardo and 3 for Drew Torgerson. The only other player seeing action but not scoring for Fennimore was Cooper Imhoff. As a team, Fennimore 2 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Fennimore didn't have a lot of free throws in tonight's game. They were 1 for 1 at the free throw line in the first half, and They were able to get a couple more free throw attempts in the second half, but the fouls were non-shooting fouls and didn't give the Golden Eagles a lot of opportunity to do something at the free throw line. And when you have a free throw disparity of plus 18 for Lancaster and you win by 11, free throws were a major factor tonight for the Flying Arrows. Fennimore did hit 5 3-pointers on the game. And now it's time to name our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center. And Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. I think fittingly it'll be Zach Hermson with the 23 points that he had tonight, leading the team in scoring, and he had some big buckets and some big moments. I think he had that big three late in the second half that kind of catapulted the Lancaster run to put the game away for the Arrows, or started the run to get the Arrows a victory here tonight. So Zach Hermson tonight, our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP of the game. And now it's time to name the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. It's the player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. I'm going to go with Brady Schmitz of the Flying Arrows tonight. 13 points for him on the game, and it kind of felt like he was all over the place defensively and kind of in the mix on the rebounds and getting his hands on passes, deflecting them, and doing a lot of the gritty work here tonight. If I were to name one for Fennimore, we got to give a shout-out to Jude Kinney. Jude Kinney had at least 3 blocks by my count that prevented some easy buckets for the Flying Arrows, but that effort not enough tonight for the Golden Eagles as Lancaster gets the win 62-53. Again, Lancaster goes to 9-1 on the season. Fennimore drops to 6-5. We'll take our last break and we'll come back with the final shoebox scoreboard check before we close up shop from Fennimore High School as the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel on yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving influence to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Learn how you can help at nationalcasagal.org.
Parents, we know we can't protect our kids from everything. Eventually, they're going to bump their heads or scrape their knees. But we can protect them from 6 types of cancer. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a common, preventable virus that can cause cancer later in life. The HPV vaccine prevents human papillomavirus and all the cancers it can cause. The American Cancer Society recommends getting your sons and daughters the HPV vaccine starting at age 9 to protect them later in life.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/
the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Wrapping up the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster, your winner over Fennimore tonight, 62-53. Doing a final check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We know that Darlington defeated Platteville earlier tonight, 79-63 over on X1071. And we'll see if we have any more games that went final that we can tell you about. Johnson Creek over Monticello, 79-31. Barneveld over Blackhawk, 74-43. Judah gets by Albany, 45-42. Belmont beats River Ridge, Illinois, 70-32. Kickapoo over New Lisbon, 77-42. And those are all the updates on boys basketball that we can tell you about. See if there's any on the girls' side. In girls basketball, the Lancaster girls get the win over Southwestern, 66-24. And that's all we see for girls scores on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. You can see the full Queen Bee Radio sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com, and we'll have the full sports report tomorrow morning right here on 97.7 Country WGLR, as well as your other favorite Queen Bee Radio family of stations as well. We got more basketball coming up tomorrow night. Girls hoops will take center stage, as we got two Six Rivers West girls basketball games. River Ridge at Belmont right here on 97.7 Country WGLR. Early start time, 6:10 for the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show, 6:30 for the tip. And then a varsity-only game in Shullsburg, with Shullsburg taking on Highland. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Raleigh Chiefs pregame set for 6:40 on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And then I'll be in Mineral Point tomorrow night, where the Pointers host the Cubans in Swall girls basketball. That'll be on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Chiefs pregame set for 6:40-ish, tip-off 7-ish. Again, on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Once again, you can check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. Well, that'll put a bow on our broadcast here tonight from Fennimore. Thanks to Jim Prohaska and the entire staff here at Fennimore High School for being gracious hosts as always. Thanks to both head coaches, Brian Knapp of Lancaster and Kevin Everson of Fennimore, for the pregame interviews and stats and information to tell you the story about both teams here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Once again, your final score: Lancaster defeats Fennimore 62-53. Lancaster goes to 9-1. Fennimore drops to 6-3, or 6-5, beg your pardon. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night from Fennimore, and we'll see you for girls basketball tomorrow night.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster, serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen Bee radio station.